I'd like to call to order the town board meeting. Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee McKinney?
Here.
Trustee Fisher?
Here.
Trustee Deteen?
Here.
Trustee McDowell?
Here.
Chairman Neal?
Here. There's no agenda changes, so we move forward to approval of the minutes of the regular meeting held on October 17th, 2017 at 6:30 PM. Is there a motion?
So moved. Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee McKinney?
Aye.
Trustee Fisher?
Aye.
Trustee Deteen?
Here. Yeah.
Trustee McDowell?
Aye.
Chairman Neal?
Aye. You got me all confused.
Yeah.
Next item on the agenda is very near and dear to my heart. I would first like to recognize the youth leadership team. I worked very hard the last few years with one of the teachers at Beulah Park School, Katrina Wiltsey, and Leah Triss-Williams from Zion Central Middle School to create a youth leadership team where kids from each of the student councils came together 5 or 6 times during the year to develop their leadership potential. And is there any of the youth that would like to come up and share just a little bit real quick?
So,
Start with your name and your address.
my name is Shania Collins, and my address is Gideon 2924. And I was a part of youth leadership for 2 years. And Miss Wiltsey, I feel like she felt like she made me feel like I could be a better leader. And then when we would go to the youth leadership meetings, and then we would go back and tell it to our student council, and it made me feel more confident to talk in front of big crowds. And then we went to a We Day and saw that more leaders, and it was good role models and things like that.
And it's proof of the practice, right? Because you're speaking in front of this huge crowd.
Yes.
Last year we made Xavier come up and talk, so we'll let him off the hook tonight. But I would like to invite all of the youth leadership team kids that are here tonight, as well as Ms. Wiltsey, to please come up to the front. So with all the work that's gone on, and there's a lot of changes going on in District 6, but I wanted to just stop and recognize Katrina Wiltsey. Will you just come up here? So Katrina Wiltsey she was my children's first grade teacher, and they are now 25 and 31. And she has kids. Why don't you guys come on up here too?
How can they be 25 when she's only 21?
I know, exactly. That's exactly right. So we've got something for the kids too, but we really want to honor you. And we chose Red Rose. Just a little token of our appreciation. It says, presented to Katrina Wiltsey for planting the seed that grew District 6 Youth Leadership Team, Zion Township, November 21st, 2017. It is rainbowy because you're full of rainbows. So come on up, you guys, because you guys each get your yearly medal. So each of the kids, it's a leadership medal. It says Zion District 6 Youth Leadership Team 2017 to 18. So there you go, Xavier. What's that look for? Here you go, right here. So we have, how many kids are actually in youth leadership last year?
Last year, oh boy, it seemed to grow every single year. Last year we had 50.
Yeah, 50 kids. We had 24 from the junior high, from the middle school, and then 26 from all the other schools. So come on in here. So there's a lot of other stuff going on. We put out the email to everybody to show up, and we have the reps. So that's good.
Here we go, guys. Are your medals turned around the right way?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go. Good girl. One more right there.
Thank you, Gibby. Thanks you guys for coming out. We really appreciate your hard work. Are you guys staying in? You're in high school, right? Did you go there? You're still there? Cool. Okay, so Ms. Wiltsey will get with you guys and make sure that you are hooked back in for this year's program. All right, cool.
Yes, you're the
Ms. Wilson. You want to take these and get those for the kids in this organ? Thank you. So the next item is something that's just as near and dear to my heart. Alicia, will you come up here, please? So in 2004, I had a couple of women meet me, ask me to meet for coffee. And they talked me into this crazy idea of starting the Red Hat Society. And I told them they didn't need me, and they said, yes, we do. And I was like, no, you don't. They're like, yes, we do. I'm like, no, you really don't. They're like, we want to do a monthly trip through the Park District. I'm like, oh, you do need me. So that was in 2004. We do 10 day trips a year.
Sure, you actually weren't old enough to be in the Red Hats.
I actually wasn't old enough to be in the Red Hats. And they had a graduation for me when I turned 50, a huge party where Ruby Smith actually wrote a song about me. It was hysterical. But we just went to Branson, Missouri for a few days, and in conversation, what I found out was that this young lady, I asked them how the idea came to be, and they shared with me that Oasia is a retirement from Abbott, as is Noma, and that there were some different things going on at Abbott, and Oasia called Noma and said, hey, we need to do something here. And so I wanted to recognize this young 95-year-old, right, was the seed planter. And so it's just a little rainbow. It says, presented to Oasia Gallagher for planting the seed that grew the Queen Bees of Zion Red Hat Society. Okay, and I just want to tell you the impact that you have made on this community with having that idea and giving it to a crazy woman like Noma. I just really want to thank the impact that you have made, and you think about all the different things that the Red Hatters are involved in. You guys you're the hostesses for the Shiloh House over Christmas time. You help with Top Box, you deliver Meals on Wheels. You step up anytime there's anything going on. Then there's our yodeler. You know, she yodels. Did you guys just say you want to hear her? So I'd like to have all you guys come up here just so we can do a really quick picture with Oasia to honor her so that she's got it in memory. Hold your flowers and your medal. Hey Ruby, while we're getting organized, would you just yodel for everybody?
Has everybody here already heard?
Keep that TV on, the camera's right there.
You heard.
Yes, I have. Do it again.
Do it again.
Yeah.
Yodelay, 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 ali yodelay, 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 I yodelay, 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 hee hee hee, hey.
Everywhere we go, grocery stores, shopping malls, movie theaters, restaurants. She's a delight. Okay, yeah. Find a place. Mildred, you better not be hiding. There
You
go.
can run, but you can't hide from
Okay,
Jimmy.
there you go. So, Oasia, your idea that you shared with Noma, look at what you guys created. Monster. Yeah. Can you get us all?
Can you squeeze in?
Sure.
Get the young ones and squat down with the cheerleaders?
Anybody else want to take a knee?
Squeeze in.
Okay, come on.
That's perfect, right there. Oh man, I got you guys. One more just in case. The Red Hatters, are we number one? Wait, listen, are we number one? We're number one right there. Okay, now wait, who can we point at? We're gonna point at Sherry or we should point at? Right there. Oh, right there. Oh, I got you.
So thank you girls very much for the joy that you bring to the community. There you go. Yeah, you got it. Looks good. All right. Thank you.
Good girl.
Don't go to Zion anymore, and she pays no attention.
Well, lady. Good to see you, honey. Pretty amazing.
Thanks for coming out tonight, everybody.
You sure he stepped on your foot or something?
Okay.
I got you good. I'm gonna get me.
All right. No, I lost my glasses. Okay. Next item on the agenda is citizens' comments. Are there any citizens' comments tonight? Hearing none. Next item on the agenda is authorized bills for payment. Trustee Deteen.
Yes, I had the honor today to meet with the supervisor and the assessor, and I respectfully request that the town board approve bills amounting to $63,300.36.
Second?
Motion is second. Any discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee McKinney?
Aye.
Trustee Fisher?
Aye.
Trustee Deteen?
Aye.
Trustee McDowell?
Aye.
Chairman Neal?
Aye. Item 8, consider passing truth in taxation resolution. So we have a levy that has to go in December, and this, I wanted to pass a resolution just so that we have time to consider what we need to do for the budget. I in no way intend to go this high. It just seemed practical to put this in, and then we will have the public hearing on December 5th, correct? To review it, and then I will bring back my recommendation for the budget. Is there a motion to accept?
I'll move to accept this truth in taxation resolution.
Second?
Motion is second. Discussion.
Just one comment. This is, represents a 9.23% increase in the levy, which is significant. And it also represents the amount of tax dollars that would be available to collect. And it's important, I feel, that we hear from the citizens of Zion to help us determine what we ought to do. Whether or not we ought to raise the levy by almost 10% or hold the line like we have every year and keep the levy flat. Other taxing bodies have tended to take what money is available, and we have held the line, typically, even to
Detriment.
Chairman Neal's dismay. We've tried to hold the line. This increase, although significant, doesn't represent a very significant increase in your total taxes. But if other taxing bodies that represent a much larger percentage of your tax bill do this very same thing, then your taxes will increase significantly. And we've tried to hold the line as a matter of principle. And the amount of money that actually affects your taxes for the township is relatively small. But I would like to hear from the citizens of Zion to know, can we collect this money? Because other taxing bodies are doing this very same thing. They are collecting the money, and your taxes are going up as a result. So that's the question I'd like to pose to our residents. Can we collect this money, or should we hold the line? And at this public hearing, it'll give us an opportunity to hear from the citizens.
Thank you. Any other discussion, comments? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee McKinney?
Aye.
Trustee Fisher?
Aye.
Trustee Deteen?
Aye.
Trustee McDowell?
Aye.
Chairman Neal?
Aye. Next item on the agenda is the appointment of Clerk Cheryl Spooner as our FOIA officer. Is there a motion?
So move.
Second.
Motion second. Any discussion? Not by Cheryl. Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee McKinney?
Aye.
Trustee Fisher?
Aye.
Trustee Deteen?
Aye.
Trustee McDowell?
Aye.
Chairman Neal?
Aye. Item 10 is consider passing resolution relating to participation by elected officials in the Illinois Municipal Retirement Fund. This resolution is only for Larry and I You have to work more than 1,000 hours a year in order to be in the IMRF system. And they passed a law because there were a number of elected officials, I know this is a surprise to some people, that weren't working the number of hours, but they were still on the IMRF rolls. So they asked that all elected bodies actually pass a resolution that states exactly who is working the number of hours and above. And just so you know, we work more than 1,000 hours a year, but you guys know that. So, is there a motion?
I'll move to accept this resolution.
Second?
Any discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee McKinney?
Aye.
Trustee Fisher?
Aye.
Trustee Deteen?
Aye.
Trustee McDowell?
Aye.
Chairman Neal?
Aye. Item 11, consider approval of disposal of surplus property policy. Just wanted to put a policy in the books because this is something that I needed to do a lot of investigation on. And so the policy just states, in keeping with state statute 60 ILCS 1-30 through 50, when items are to be disposed of, the Zion Township Supervisor is to bring to the Township Board the list of items as well as the value as best as can be determined, and a recommendation as to how to dispose of those items. The Board will then decide on next steps and advise the Supervisor as to how to proceed. A vote will be taken to finalize all disposals of surplus property. So that's the policy. At the next meeting, I will actually be bringing you a list of items that we're looking to get rid of, including a van that is out at City Yards that we need to dispose of. So, is
Make
there
a motion that we accept this surplus property policy.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion is second. Any further discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee McKinney?
Aye.
Trustee Fisher?
Aye.
Trustee Deteen?
Aye.
Trustee McDowell?
Aye.
Chairman Neal?
Aye. Item 12, consider approval of use of vehicle policy. So the next policy, we had brought to the board a contract. There are oftentimes when Zion Central Middle School or the youth leadership, a group needs to use our township van, and so we work with the attorney to create a contract that protected everybody. And Trustee Fisher, I appreciated him bringing up that we really needed to have a vehicle borrowing policy as far as who could borrow. And so this is what we put together, working with Trustee Fisher in an effort to be of service to the Zion community and yet not open up Zion Township to liability. The following policy has been established in regards to loaning out township vehicles. Any Zion government entity or established nonprofit organization that is located in or serves Zion residents may, when available, borrow Zion Township's vehicles. Organizations must provide documentation proving their legal existence. Additionally, Zion Township staff may utilize the vehicles for transporting community members to programs, events, or items that they deem worthy of their donated time. All requests must be approved by the supervisor and the vehicle use contract completed prior to using the vehicle. All must adhere to the outlined rules in the contract. Is there a motion?
I'll move to approve this new policy.
Second.
Motion second. Any discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee McKinney?
Aye.
Trustee Fisher?
Aye.
Trustee Deteen?
Aye.
Trustee McDowell?
Aye.
Chairman Neal?
Aye. Next item, discussion regarding insurance. I shared with you some information in your packet. We got caught up, and there was an article actually that I included in your packet that explained it. Just find it.
Right.
We, our insurance company that we had has gone defunct, pretty much. And so there has been a, let me just get this, civil action that was brought against the company, and right now it is with the Department of Labor and the FBI, and they have set it up that none of the open accounts can go to collections, or they cannot be badgering individuals for the payment. They are working on figuring out who gets paid back, what gets paid back. We do not know what will come of that. There's two organizations through the insurance that they were with a company called Talltree, and then they moved to, because of the problems they were having, to another one called PBA. PBA seems to be slowly but surely paying back and paying off what they had. Talltree has yet not to. And we have probably $30,000 in with Talltree and probably another $30,000 in payments with PBA. So what I'm asking for you, one, is just to inform you of the situation, and then second, to be able to notify our attorney on the case when they say nothing else is going on, that they know how to proceed to support us.
I'm sure, do we know if we will be liable to pay the medical costs if this company doesn't pay?
I would have to, I do not know the answer to that. Brittany, our business manager, has been calling each of the medical organizations and just asking, if this happens, what's the, what would you be willing to lower it to? Because we the money already went out.
Yeah.
So she'll be checking in. She's been on the phone constantly.
If we're liable to pay, then I think we ought to seek counsel's
Yes.
advice on how to proceed.
I would assume, we had one employee that was in a serious motorcycle accident, there, some different things that went on, and to leave it on them doesn't make sense to do, so.
Yeah.
So.
You need a motion for that, or?
Yes, I would think that we do.
All right, I'll make a motion that authorizing the supervisor to seek legal counsel in this matter.
Second?
Okay.
Second by trustee Deteen. Any further discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee McKinney?
Aye.
Trustee Fisher?
Aye.
Trustee Deteen?
Aye.
Trustee McDowell?
Aye.
Chairman Neal?
Aye. Item 14, assessor's report.
Okay, I'll make it real quick tonight, guys. I handed out a lawsuit to all of you guys and also emailed you. The Lake County Township Assessors Association, which I'm included in, we are suing the Lake County Chief County Assessment Officer, the treasurer, the border review. To try to make this quick so you guys can understand this, basically, I was elected to do a job. The Chief County Assessment Officer thinks that I can't do a job at a certain time. What this boils down to, we revalue every 4 years. We revalue, it's called the quad. So in between those years, he's saying that we can't make changes, we have to take the equalization factor. Well, the state statute does not state that, and basically he's tying my hands and letting me do my job. A way to look at it is, this year we got a 10% factor, so I had to apply that throughout the whole township. Everybody got increased by 10%. Well, my opinion, and looking at sales, that's not the way it should be. The middle part of the town is a neighborhood. That part of town did not go up 10%. The areas out west, the newer subdivisions, instead of going up 10%, they should have went up 13 or 14%. Commercial property did not go up 10%. So he's basically tying my hands so I can't do my work. And then what happens after 4 years of just applying these factors, there are areas when I revalue for the quad that possibly could go up $40 or $50 or $60,000. And when you multiply that times the tax rate, people will see increases in their tax bills go up $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, and that's not the way it should be. It should be kind of a level thing over the 4 years. I should be able to equalize how I feel. So myself and 11 other assessors and the Lake County Assessors Association, and there are some citizens that are on board with this. So we are suing the Chief County Assessment Officer to allow us to do our job. I think I put the lawsuit on my website because I'm kind of just going real fast or we're almost out of time. But there are other things that are concerns of the assessors.
There is the Assessors Association covering the costs of attorney's fees and things like that.
No. I have not spent any of the township money so far, but there are other townships that have put money in. Some of the bigger townships have put quite a bit of money into this. We actually went to the federal court and we didn't lose. They said that we couldn't do anything in federal court. We had to go to state court. The reason they said we didn't lose in federal court, they said it didn't really hurt us personally. And the reason we went to federal court to start out with is because when you go to federal court, you can recap your legal fees. To answer your question, no, I have not, but that does not mean in the future that I think it's a good, if I have to spend $1,000 or $500 in the near future, I think it's something that is beneficial for everybody. Because I don't think anybody wants to see the tax bill rise $2,000 or $3,000 in 1 year. And if anybody has any questions on this, it's a bunch of legal mumbo jumbo. I'll be more than happy to sit down and go through this. If you guys have any questions, I'll try to spend some time on this. That's it.
Okay. Any questions?
Any questions?
Thank you. Okay, items 15, supervisor's report, just a few things. I want to announce that Sherry Jessel, our state representative, is going to have office hours at Zion Township beginning in January. She will be there on the first Wednesday of the month from 2 until 4. And then on the second Wednesday of the month, we will have our state senator, Melinda Bush, and our Congressman Brad Snyder's staff in the office. So if you have a state or a federal issue, you'll be able to come right to Zion Township to be able to meet with staff from all three of those agencies. So we're really excited about that. I also want to share that we are doing live heap applications at the township, and that's low-income home energy assistance program. And the qualifications, you can find out by calling our office. We have, since October 1st, processed 153 applications. Last year, between the four of us on the team, it's all hands on deck when we do these, and we were able to process 322 applications, bringing back to our community over $118,000. So I'm really proud of that work that we're doing. We had some residents that were filling out applications today, and they asked why we weren't going and training the organization that's allowing us to do the work, because it's so efficient the way that we're doing it. So that was a huge compliment. I also want to just give a shout out to Kathy Breen from Oak Street Health. Like I said, it takes 4 people to do it, and last Tuesday I was in Springfield, and then today Sandra Usher, our administrative assistant, was on vacation. So Kathy Breen from Oak Street Health actually came in and helped to make sure that we could continue to do the applications. So thanks to that organization. They are a new medical clinic in Waukegan. They do transportation for seniors to their doctor's appointments. They do a lot of other health-related things. On November 29th, from 5 until 7, they're having an open house. So open for anybody. I'm planning on going if anybody else would like to join me just to see what it's like from there.
One comment about them.
Yes, sir.
They don't have any admittance at any hospitals. If you need hospitalization, you have to go on your own.
Ah, that's interesting. I'll check into that. Thank you. So and then I met with the Stonebridge Homeowners Association to share with them about Township. That was a really good meeting. Junior Zion Benton Leadership Academy for 14 to 18-year-olds. If you are 14 to 18 and you would like to check out the Junior Zion Benton Leadership Academy, applications can be found at zbla.info. I encourage any of the youth in the room that are over 14 to check it out. Strongly recommend. And some of the parents to check out the Zion Benton Leadership Academy, which we're always taking applications, and that's for adults over the age of 22, and it's an incredible networked organization to just infiltrate our community with additional leadership. And I think that's all that I have. Everything else we did. Elf Network. We do Elf Network every year. We still have some spots not assigned yet, so if there's a family that is in need of help for the Christmas holiday, call Zion Township and we will share with you information about our Elf Network. So I think the deadline is actually December, when do we do the packing week, the 16th?
16th.
So yeah, so like December 10th is the absolute deadline for families to be in it. We're looking to support 50 families with that program. So that said, the only other item to share is just a reminder that Zion Township will be closed for Thanksgiving this Thursday and Friday. We will be closed for the Christmas holiday on Christmas Day and December 26th. Then we will be closed for New Year's on New Year's Day and then January 2nd. And then we will also be closed on January 17th. We do a staff retreat for the day where we shut things down, take a look at what went well last year, what we need to improve, and how we can gear it up for the next year. So we will be closed on that day. So is there anything else to come before the board? Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. Discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee McKinney?
Aye.
Trustee Fisher?
Aye.
Trustee Deteen?
Aye.
Trustee McDowell?
Aye.
Chairman Neal?
Aye. Meeting adjourned. Thanks everybody for coming out. Excuse me, Al. We should have met you. You said you want to bet that we wouldn't get done in time.